Eagles have now lost 2 straight. That offense really fell apart. Let's start there. The Eagles offense, where do you begin? What's going on?
To me, it starts with the run game. You know, last year on their way to Super Bowl, obviously everybody played well, but the bread and butter, the backbone of this offense was running the football. Saquon Barkley had over 2,000 yards, averaged over 94 yards per game on the ground. This year, coming in today, he was at 53. And when you look at the stat line, you say, oh, he had 58, trending in the right direction. No, because 3 of those runs, one which was a garbage time at the end of the half, equaled 40 of the 58 yards. So the rest of the game, he was at 2.0 a pop, 9 for 18. You cannot think that this team is built to play football without Saquon in a run game. Again, 58 yards is not a lot, Jay, but the idea that, you know, he even got that because 3 of them were pretty much all the yards is brutal. And then Hurts is just, it's frustrating to watch because he's got the weapons, and you just kind of wish that he was a little bit more polished pocket passer.
It's weird because Dart looked more comfortable and
Poised.
more like an NFL quarterback than Jalen Hurts, who just won a Super Bowl and was the Super Bowl MVP. It's weird.
And he deserved that MVP again, but it's one of those things where I find with Hurts, if the first read's not there, maybe we get to the second, and then we're kind of running around trying to make things up, and it's recess ball, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I do find right now is because the run game is so weak, the teams are allowed to sit back a little more. They can cover the run with their front 7, sometimes their front 6, and then DBs can really prey on Jalen Hurts and his inability to go through progressions.
And then the Giants' defense didn't look much better. The Eagles' defense, rather, didn't look much better, they make Dart look like a young Phil Simms out there.
I like that. Phil Simms. That's probably the next most shocking thing about Philly's performance tonight. And I get they're banged up. You know, you miss Jalen Carter. I think you see that if you're an Eagles fan tonight. But beyond that, I didn't like if we're going to watch some of these plays here, this should not be a first down. Like, I get you're thinking maybe sliding. You're just letting a quarterback launch into your chin and get a first down. And here's another one where the physicality, my goodness. So, Jay, beyond the fact that they're beat up, I just felt like the Giants, and I know this is one of those football expressions, they just wanted it more. Like, they came out here, they out-physicaled the Philadelphia Eagles, and to me, that's more concerning than anything that happened tonight. When you're in a divisional game, when you're supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team, and you let a team that's worse than you come in and push you around like they did, regardless of who's injured or not, that is a bit of a red flag for me.
Is Jaxson Dart for real, in your opinion? I know it's small sample size, of course.
Small sample size, the answer for me is absolutely.
Nice.
I've been blown away, and I didn't have high expectations. He doesn't have a ton of crazy weapons around him at the receiving core. You know, he loses Malik Neighbors. Slayton, who's probably arguably their number 2, was also out. And Jaxson Dart said, I really don't care. The scrambling is electric. I didn't know. I knew he was a good scrambler, but to this degree. And the fact that he's able to scramble and throw and also scramble and run has been special. But you said it, Jay. He looks super comfortable. He looks very poised, and I do find him going through progressions. The one thing I will say, and we're watching it right now, is I do worry that he's taking way too many big hits. And he's young right now, but this moment right here, if you're a Giants fan, we need to avoid, because we saw what Russ was like while he played. We saw the one play tonight. Right now, correct. Dart is your guy. Dart is, you know, looks like a budding superstar, small sample size, but the hits got to go. And, you know, Dable needs to talk to him and be like, my friend, we appreciate it. No one here is questioning your toughness, but we need you for the long haul. But I'll say this, Jay, I couldn't be more, for the small sample size, like you said, I couldn't be more impressed with how he's playing.
And when he takes the helmet off, he's like Billy Zabka and the Karate Kid, too. He's got the whole package. You had an amazing Tuesday. You and your dad flew down to New York. You got to watch Game 3 between the Jays and Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Your father's a big Yankees fan. And it was so amazing because you told us you were going, and then we're watching the game. And you guys were like right behind home plate. It was incredible.
It was a lot of fun. Like the story goes, I know there's a lot of Jays fans out there, and I like the Jays. But we've kind of been generational Yankee fans. My dad's name is Mike, and the story is that his dad wanted to name him Mickey after Mickey Mantle. But my grandma said absolutely not, so they settled on Mike. And I've never been to Yankee Stadium. So after seeing them beat out Boston, I'm like, I got to go. And obviously for Jays fans, it was a great series. But the one moment that was kind of nice for Yankee fans, we were able to experience. So pretty special sports day to kind of have that with your dad. And
that's awesome.
He's a former catcher. Shout out the Windsor Chiefs, bunch of Canadian championships. You know, so he enjoyed seeing all the pitches being thrown, kind of the game, playing the game within the game.
Yeah, he was right there.
Meanwhile, I was just there for the dingers, man.
Right.
I want the big hits.
You wanted the dingers. You were sitting next to Bad Bunny. You're giving tips for the Super Bowl. Right. I love it. Hey, we got an amazing one coming up on Sunday night, buddy. Your Lions facing what might be described as a desperate Kansas City Chiefs team. The Chiefs, a 2.5-point favorite at home.
I'll be honest, I'm really interested to see how this thing shapes out, because I think that it's going to be an absolute war out there, and the Lions kind of want to keep going, and the Chiefs need a win. It's two talented teams.
This is going to be a good one. You can catch the game beginning at 7 Eastern right here on TSN, and Luke will join me right after the game to break that down and all the games from NFL Sunday.